Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, June 3rd. Today, another halacha about natilas yadayim. Whenever you wash your hands, natilas yadayim, the water should be clear water, preferably. In other words, any water that has any problems with it and it's dirty or anything like that, it should not be used for natilas yadayim. There is one exception to that in halacha, and that is if it ever happens that the water is only slightly discolored and it's from sand. You know, it's basically the way any water would be if you drew it from a well. We're all spoiled nowadays. We get most of our water from the tap, and it's usually perfectly clear. Usually, we'll get to that in a second too. But remember, water, the way it was typically drawn from a well, often had a little bit of sand at the bottom of it. So water that's a little brown from just a little bit of sand floating around in it is acceptable for natilas yadayim. That's considered ordinary, normal water. The way to kind of decide, although this is not so accurate, as to whether it's good enough to be used for natilas yadayim is whether you think an animal would drink from it. I don't know so much about animals, but I think a little bit of muddiness in a little bit of water, a little bit of sand would not scare off most animals, and therefore it would be acceptable for natilas yadayim. Same thing would apply, by the way, if sometimes when they do some work on your pipes in your area, the water that first comes up out of the faucet afterwards is brown. That's often just from some sand that's been kicking around in the system. That too would be okay for natilas yadayim. I should just mention along with this that the Mishnah Berurah still does say that it's preferable to use clear water. So even this brown sandy water, which technically, b'diavad, I guess you could say in a desperate situation is going to be acceptable, the Mishnah Berurah still says it's better to try to wait until the water clears and wash with perfectly clear water if possible. Otherwise, second best will be the sandy water, but ordinary discolored water is not acceptable for natilas yadayim. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.